All right.
And we live. GM.
GM.
Ooh, that was like a little men's chorus. DK with the effects going on. Whee!
Oh,
Yeah, Denton, we will get you. I think maybe
flexing
like
on me.
right after this call, we're gonna have to get you set up.
Yeah,
So
I gotta
you
get my JC Denton avatar.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He could even get away with that one they used to use, DK, like prior to the Anata, just the hologram, like
oh, the face.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that actually
face
looks like Den actually.
in real life.
Or we can. We have. I have like 4 chibis. I'm not a chibis. We can all be chibis.
Yeah, we could all be chibis. Or we could just give him one of our women.
I have a
It's one of the
surfer dude.
rules.
He
One of
kind
the
of looks
rules
like
of
you. He's got
Slughouse.
he's nice shredded. You know, he's got a 6-pack.
Also true.
I'll see what you guys have.
Can confirm. We have quite the collection.
If you can be that. You can be that Black Widow girl.
Wait, who?
It
I
looks like
did like 1 or 2 episodes with this Black Widow girl that I have. That's Cozy's girlfriend. So we could be boyfriend and girlfriend in the metaverse.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, yeah, sure. Being your girlfriend sounds fun.
It could be fun. It could be fun.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that Black Mirror episode. That's why after we watched that together, that's
Okay, that one.
that was the recommendation. So I don't know.
I'm waiting for that new. I need a new Black Mirror season. I watched. What was it you told me to watch?
American Horror Story.
Oh, the new American Horror Story. Yeah, I watched that. Caught up. It's 5 episodes now.
Oh,
What
5.
was that?
Yeah.
The Black Mirror episode that was like interactive. That one was kind of cool.
It was like separate
Banshee.
movie.
Yeah, it was like a special episode.
I played that.
I did
Played
not,
the game.
but I know what it's about.
Have you ever done any of those interactive like games or
Yeah.
shows before?
Yeah, fun. Choose
Or
your own
like
adventures.
VR.
It's fun. I used to read all those books. Those are fun.
It's just like those. For me, it was reminiscent of like the Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure. There were a couple of those.
Those were spooky.
But no, it's like an intro to like some of the VR games that I play now. I feel like it's very much like it's like the Web 2 VR experience that Black Mirror episode. Do you have VR, DK? Are you a MetaQuest fan?
Wait, MetaQuest the show?
No. The VR.
I did VR one time, and it was like a spooky VR, and it was spooky. It was definitely spooky because you're like looking around, and then there's like this little thing, and it's like crawling around your bedroom, but you kind of feel like you have sleep paralysis because you like can't really move, but you can only move your head, and it definitely was scary. But that's been the extent of my VR experience.
Sounds terrifying. I don't know if you could pay me to do that.
Well, that's the kind of shit I like, dude.
There are some like good scary ones, like Resident Evil on VR, and there's one other game that just recently came out that was a pretty freaky one, but those things are pretty terrifying experiences. I've been doing VR a lot because I'd bought one of those MetaQuest 2 when they first came out, and I was getting a ton of shit that like I just don't ever use it. Like, you bought this freaking $400 VR thing, and it just sits on the entertainment center and collects dust. So if you say something like that to me, I'm gonna make a point to, try to use it every day.
Oh, like my motorcycle.
Every night. Yeah, just like your motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, now I've been nightly using it for meditation purposes to help me go to sleep. And I do highly recommend if you have I mean, I wouldn't spend $500 to get a fucking meditation app, but if you already have one, there's an app called Trip with 2 P's, and it's pretty cool. Very soothing. It's a lady. You can choose a lady or a man. You know, obviously I choose the British lady that they offer you. And yeah, they take you through different like meditation experiences, but the visuals are really cool. The voice is very soothing, sounds very soothing. So I
You know
didn't really
those
know what to expect going in. I thought it would be like, you know, maybe a cool accessory to like actually tripping, but something to add to the experience. But when I did it the first time, I did 2 like different sessions in it, and when I took off the helmet, I was so tired that I like fell asleep within a minute, 2 minutes of it.
Yeah, but that also could
And
be because your eyes get really tired in VR.
I don't know, cause I've played other games for like long periods of time. Like there's a couple zombie games that I enjoy playing in VR. There's a game called Pavlov, and there's another one called Bone Labs. Like I could play those for like hours, you know, and be fine. Um, I think it's the at nighttime in the dark, and then you know it's like those binaural beats that are
Mm.
playing in like the background, and you know they make it a very calming, like soothing experience to uh, try to put you in a better mood. So I think that might be the factor, probably along with it being late at night when I do it, so my eyes already being somewhat tired.
You know what
I
could
was
be?
considering the Valve one back when that came out. Did you ever play
Hmm. Yeah, I've played
Half-Life
on a few of
Alex?
them. I didn't play Half Life, but I played a few games with I don't know if it was the Vive or one of the other ones, but the guy's house who I went to do it, he had like a computer room where the whole room had, you know, sensors in every corner.
Mm. Those like pillar
Um,
things. I remember them.
I mean, that game looks like it was the best made VR game so far.
You know what would be cool is
um,
those gambling rooms where there's like a real person that's like dealing cards.
I feel like they have to have that. Like
Yeah.
I don't play those like kind of games regularly, so it isn't something that I've looked for in the Quest store yet. But I feel like they have to have that with like all the other kind of like native real world, you know, game experiences they try to have.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that would be like I don't know, just like a stupid easy first one to lock people in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they
Hey,
have some
make it
other
a
cool
choose your
ones
own
for like
adventure. Things can get real crazy.
yeah. Well, see, that's the cool thing about like Boneworks, and I'm trying to think of the medieval one that I have. It's like sword and something. Um, but there's a bunch of mods that you can load onto them that pretty much allow you to do like anything you want to. You know, choose your own adventure as you will. And
Mm-hmm.
you see a lot of funny TikToks and videos getting shared around of people doing like all sorts of crazy shit in some of these games. Because I saw one recently of this guy. He's like standing at the edge of the top of this castle, and he like pulls
He's
out a
pissing.
lightsaber,
Oh,
throws it through this guy's head. The guy's head pops off in the air. He grabs the head, like dribbles through his legs, jumps in the air, does like 720. And then like dunks the head on like the top of this tower that was like you know,
finish
100 feet
him.
up behind him. Yeah, to finish him.
Fatality.
And yeah, and it's just like you know, you can do the craziest shit in some of these, and really just kind of like you said, choose your own adventure.
All right,
So
let's get into it. We're definitely back. I think Bitcoin's at yearly high. I think ETH is toying. ETH is
toying, yeah.
toying at yearly high. I think it hit the upper bound this morning. What else is going on? Denton, you said you had some stuff you wanted to talk about.
Just random plays. Been trading a lot this week.
Okay,
So one of them was FrenPet on base chain, which it was like 2 months or something of nothing, and then suddenly it went like fucking 5,000x. Like started from nothing almost, from like 4-figure market cap, reached like 15 million. It's like it's kind of like FrenTech, but with like a Tamagotchi pet.
FrenPets. You talking about?
Yeah, FrenPet. So that was a fun one. Right now it's way down from the top, so maybe the hype is over on that one. But I think Coinbase was just like officially shilling it on their like their Coinbase wallet app. I don't even know. They have like their own interface where they like advertise some NFTs and some other projects. So it was there. But yeah, that was massive. It went up like the shit coins back in the day from like 4 figures to like 8 figures. That was fun. Chain Flip came out yesterday. It's apparently similar to Rune, but I didn't research it. But I bought it and it's up almost 2x. It's Chain Flip, ticker Flip.
Are you just trying to make us your exit liquidity?
No, I sold it already.
Oh, okay.
But it might be interesting. It's not a shitcoin. It's own chain, I think. I don't even know.
It makes, if it's like a Thor thing.
The Pith airdrop was fun. Did you guys talk about Blur and Pith on Monday?
I talked about Pith. I don't think DK was here when I talked about Pith.
I don't think so.
Like that was
maybe it
that
was
before the weekend, maybe. So no, go ahead. Let's chat on Pith.
So Pith, I literally just, because Celestia went so well after the airdrop, like literally up only against everything, no matter what. I just bought Pith and I got it on a couple wallets, and yeah, it's up almost 2x. I also barely researched it, but it's already big. It's like top 60 or something. Do you have opinions about it?
What were you hoping to learn from your research of the Pith airdrop? Had you not heard of Pith prior, or were you looking to find out more about what the Pith token did? Like, what was your area of focus going to be when you say I didn't really research that one?
My area of focus was going to be if people are going to buy it just like they bought Celestia. That was also an airdrop. That was also a really high market cap, but anyway.
Now, if anyone was paying attention when we had Huff on from Pair Protocol on our Premium Spaces, I didn't outright say this, but I was talking about when he was talking about what I'm excited for, and I said, whether the market's up or down, there's always unique pair trades you can make. So if you use, or you kind of think in that mindset that there's always a narrative that can be traded, and you can always make money betting against one thing and against another thing. There are a lot of narratives that are going to be forming in the near future, such as battles between different Oracle providers, with the Pith airdrop recently releasing, and then I brought up a couple like L2s, an L2 trade and things like that. But yeah, I gave out some alpha that you could probably trade Pith against some of the other oracles.
Some of the other oracles. Oh yeah.
If that was your prerogative. Yeah, DK, what are your thoughts on Pith? I saw a semi-spicy tweet.
I don't know if things have changed in 6 months, but 6 months ago, well, some things I know haven't changed, right? So like, where does the data feeds come from? The data feeds are coming from market makers, right? Pith was created by jump trading, right? They're like, we have all these custom data feeds. Let's monetize these data feeds. And then with the extension of all these different, perp markets, And there we have these trading firms that are specialized in HFT and front running, and this is the Wild West. They're like, well, why don't we turn this into a product and pay people to use it? So then you saw like synthetics. I think before Kane came back, they needed a low latency solution, and so Pith kind of focused their product on providing the synthetics, and then synthetics was using Pith feeds for a while, right? But if the same party that's going to liquidate you is the one providing the price feeds, that's kind of it's not really kosher, I would say.
It's a little sus, bro.
Is there a particular reason the token is on Solana only?
Because Jump is heavily invested in that ecosystem.
What are they doing now?
So Jump, if you guys don't know, so Jump obviously came to crypto. They had a huge crypto market making desk, mostly spot assets. They are one of the most massive hedge high frequency trading firms in traditional finance. You got Jump, you have Virtu, you have Citadel, you have Jane Street. But anyways, they were one of the first to come over into crypto, and then post FTX, I think they lost a bunch of money. So they're like, okay, we're not going to do as much in this space anymore. But they launched Wormhole and they launched Pith. Those are both their products. And I think they were the native market maker on Solana for a long period of time, probably still. And so that's probably why they put Pith on Solana, because they have a huge vested interest in Solana doing well. But anyways, yeah, so now there's like multiple data providers, but it's like Galaxy Digital, and it's like a bunch of different trading firms right now that are providing those price feeds. And so there's a conflict of interest there, right? And then this was the part that was like 6 months ago. I don't know if it's still the case, but if you have intimate knowledge of how their mechanisms work, there's essentially a way that you can DDoS the endpoints in which that the price submittal feeds go to, because the way that they built them is not because they want to protect the price feeds coming from all these different vendors, aka trading shops, is that they knew that the way, if they were to design it in this way, they can essentially crowd out the rest of the pricing feed vendors, so that it's not like, it's not like a chain link where 10 people provide a price feed and then they reach a like median consensus or whatever, and then they commit that on chain. You can essentially be the only provider for that given block, crowd out the rest of them. So you can ensure that the price in which you fed Pith is the one that makes it on chain, and thus that you are in the best position, because we're talking about milliseconds here, right? You're in the best position to liquidate, those users, especially on mainnet when you have like 12-second block times, right? But anyways, so those are I don't know if that's still the case, if they changed it, but as far as I know, I think that their infrastructure wasn't like API key driven. It was like open endpoints for all the different providers. And I think that was an intentional decision, because they could have definitely put in some sort of entitlement permissioning on where all the feeds are coming from. And I know that the Pith leader guy has been like lying through his teeth about Chainlink for the last 6 months to a year. And then I know when they had the Pith airdrop, they're putting out all that stuff about like Chainlink only has 4 global price feeds and Pith has 360. But it was just like a play on words, right? It was semantics. It was like, okay, ETH is on every single chain that Chainlink provides, right? And USDC is on every single chain. But maybe Arbitrum is only on 3 of the chains. So you can't say that the Arbitrum price feed is on all chains that they support. But Pith's model is kind of similar to Redstone in that like they provide a ton of price feeds, and then you can choose which ones you want to subscribe to, and then they bring that on chain for you. However, the risk modeling of Redstone is what kind of sets it apart, where their niches right now is that like, they can aggregate, a DEX liquidity from multiple different sources, multiple different chains. They can TWAP it the way that you want it, so that it's kind of a trailing price feed from what's happening on chain, but it can't be easily manipulated through a straight flash loan or some sort of exploit.
We only bought tops.
So Cozy, you were saying pair trading, you would pair trade it against other oracles. Are you implying that you think it's going to capture a lot of their market share?
No, what I was saying is that, at launch, it may be smart to pair trade it against the other oracles.
Yeah, that
There's
makes
always
sense.
there's always like, we'll just say there's always an opportunity to pair trade at a launch of a large competitor
Yeah,
been in the space,
makes
has
sense.
reputation. That was what I was leading to with my question was, when you're looking into what, when you said I've done zero research, like if you didn't know what pith was, then yeah, I get it. Maybe you want to find out like who the fuck are these guys and like what type of project is this that I'm getting an airdrop from for just like using DeFi. But if you did know who they were, then the kind of shred of doubt that you may have if it was just a new token you were getting airdropped from some random fucking project that stealth launched a month ago. Your uh, comfortability with the trade is a bit different. So
Yeah, no, I knew they were oracles, and I knew that. I mean, I checked their claim interface like months ago. I don't even remember in what context.
I remember
I've
what the other
definitely seen the website before. I've seen it a couple of times before.
The other thing was that they're like key integration partners that they've paid. So whether or not it was the future of a promise of an airdrop, or if they are actually paying them cash, but they say, hey, if you integrate our oracles instead of Chainlink, we're going to pay you. And you can see how, based on the other things that I shared, that can also be a conflict of interest, right? Like, so if you're, Synthetics, and you're like, okay, I'll take that money to bring them on, because they know that they're going to probably make more money liquidating your users by front running the price fee.
So yeah, they qualified people that used any project that has their oracles. But I'm so confused with the wallets I qualified, because one wallet I truly barely use it and it's qualified. So I'm trying to think what I use there.
Just check the chain, bro.
I was telling some of my friends who were like, oh, it sucks. I should have used Quenta. I'm like, you should check. We did use Quenta. I'm like, I don't know if you remember, but we were minting synthetic gold and other synthetic assets.
Wait, but I thought that you said it was Solana only. So like, how do I?
No, they qualified. So your wallet in EVM qualifies, but you get the airdrop on Solana, so they need a separate Solana wallet.
Oh, it's like a Merkle proof, and you choose where it goes.
Yeah, they also qualified Atom and INJ, Injective, and a bunch of other
dude,
stuff.
so I'm probably qualified, dude. I'm a pith maxi now, dude.
You should.
You probably have it on a lot of wallets.
Dude, I'm definitely a pith maxi then now.
It took me a while to go through my wallets.
Yeah, the tech improved greatly over the last
Dude, the tech just got so great.
And listen, the fucking airdrop, the airdrop pump narrative in the past 2 weeks has been crazy. Like, look at Blur, airdrops pumps like 100%. Celestia airdrops at like 9-figure market cap, or like even over $1 billion. Just keeps pumping. Just no matter what, just the market goes down, it pumps. The market goes up, it pumps more.
You guys remember when the DYDX
airdrop? The next airdrop, not financial advice, but next airdrop, you should buy it.
Degen Denton's section of the week. We're gonna give him every Friday. Degen Denton's gonna give us his not financial advice.
Yeah.
What were you saying, DK? Before he started talking.
Oh no, I was just saying that we're gonna have a dedicated portion of the show every Friday for Degen Denton's not financial advice.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. So that's something that I've been saying to people about Blast, like because of the way that airdrop prices have been, like it would probably run short term. I'm just like I'm not very bullish on it as like an actual L2. But what I what my like I guess concern is okay. So you get the Blast airdrop, right? But you have a bunch of people that are depositing just to farm, like they don't care about Blast like whatsoever. And you've now so this is essentially like a what can we call it? A donation period. We'll call it an initial bootstrapping event, and when you have this much capital that flows in to get something, uh, you can bet with a high like probability that the majority of people that want the token already deposited to get the token. So like that is the maybe that's like the mid curve in me. That's like it doesn't go up when it launches because there's been so much interest and so many deposits that there's just like massive dilution with people who are only there to farm and dump it.
So yeah, I agree. For a farmed airdrop, for a mass farmed airdrop, it like this narrative of buying the airdrop is usually not a good idea.
Yeah,
When it's like deliberately well known by everybody that it's gonna be an airdrop.
Yeah, we should think of rules, right? Like
But on the
so
other hand,
it has to fit into a lane.
Arbitrum, everybody knew about the Arbitrum airdrop and everybody speculated, and it still pumped nicely.
And then it dumped.
Yeah, but that's expected.
Oh.
It's just the natural progression of.
But then it pumped again.
It's life. It's life. Yeah, this is the like the what's the pattern called when it consolidates for a really long time and then rounds back to where it came from. Cup and handle.
Consolidation period.
Cup and handle, like when it does like a massive cup and then pumps upward. That's what optimism did.
What are your thoughts post STIP, Denton? During STIP,
I'm bullish, but I'm not sure. I'm bullish based on how optimism played out, but I'm not sure. It might play out differently. Personally, I'm bullish.
One thing I often wonder is, we use optimism as the token to compare Arbitrum to in like many ways, like even on like a more technical like level when we've done things in the past. And like what I often wonder is, given that they are so wildly different in everything other than being an L2 of Ethereum, do those
and the governance token.
And the governance token. They both have governance tokens.
No, I mean they're not gas tokens. They're you can't compare them directly to
Gotcha.
like a lot of the recent pumps like AVAX and Sol, because those are gas tokens, not governance. At least like in the narrative sense.
Yeah, when do like their narratives like how's the best way to describe it? Maybe they're more on the side of like what DK has talked about in the past, right? How when does the narrative of one is better than the other because of like the way the ecosystem is led and the things that are happening, when does that like become a catalyst? Because you would think like for Arbitrum, where it seems to be very like protocol led and focused, where a lot of initiatives seem to be brought on by protocols and then like brought to the DAO. The DAO then like has their time to discuss over the ask or the proposal, and you have this whole process. Whereas you don't see as much of that in optimism. Maybe I'm just not as I'm not paying attention as much, but it doesn't seem like you have as much protocol like participation. And it seems to me like protocols working together to like kind of lead the network, it in itself is a bullish catalyst if you're bullish on DeFi.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just hard to pinpoint which aspect, like which fundamental aspect of a chain is going to be recognized by the masses at any point in time. Like you don't really know why Solana did 100x in 2021, but some other chain only did a 10x.
Well, we know why it did in 2021. It would be
Well, I mean,
interesting why in
yeah, yeah,
2022.
I get, yeah. I mean, that was a bad example, but there's like so many different angles that you can speculate why it's going to outperform the other one when it's something at this scale, at like billions market cap, because there's so much stuff involved. I'm just bullish in a general sense based on what you just said, plus the STIP, plus how like everyone's working together there, and based on how optimism played out last year when they had their incentives.
Have you been over at on a BNB at all? I've
Not recently.
I've seen like excuse me, some
I
chatter
have a
here and
lot
there.
of dead money in there
Damn.
from a couple of years ago.
I guess there's been a few projects that have been popping off over there. There's a little sliver of my timeline that every once in a while I see talking about some new BNB shitter that
Oh yeah.
gets launched. Yeah, but I don't see very much of it because my timeline's just filled with like fucking S&P 6900 and like ticker Bitcoin shills.
Oh yeah, ticker Bitcoin is going to a billion,
What's funny is
possibly, allegedly.
I see a lot of people that will retweet ticker Bitcoin stuff, not knowing they're talking about like Harry Potter Obama. They think that they're like talking about like Bitcoin, so they're like they're Bitcoin people retweeting the stuff, and it always makes me laugh when I see that because like that is like the whole point of the meme, right? Like
Yeah,
like nobody should know that this
I
is
like the
Bitcoin.
listing on CoinGecko. It's like Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, brackets ETH, brackets Bitcoin, because it's the ETH, because there's another one.
It's like, and get this, the ticker is Bitcoin. Awkward silence.
I
The ticker
liked
is Bitcoin.
I liked
And then they give a bunch
Iceberg's
of Bitcoin
tweet.
maxis.
I liked Iceberg's tweet. You read Harry Potter, Obama. Remember that Sonic game?
Remember that Sonic game when you were 10?
Yeah.
I'm I've seen like so many pieces of clothing like that when I've traveled. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that there haven't been other that nobody who's launched like a fork slash competitor has done one with like a good piece of patchwork clothing, we'll call it.
Yeah, it would be hard for them to, because what the forks do, they just copy the naming scheme and that's it. It would be hard for them to establish a different sort of bootleg thing as
Well,
its
you see
own.
that more for the newer age, meme coins like the S&P 6900, the World Peace Coin, like all that kind of stuff. Like it
Smurf cat.
seems like Smurfcat, I don't think it was by the same people. But like it seems
Yeah,
as if there are a handful of these projects that are the same person launched because like the aesthetic is the same, the meme delivery is the same,
yeah,
everything about it is identical except like maybe the woman that they're using, for their AI like avatar. But, like everything else is identical to it, and
yeah,
so I thought a bunch of them were scams at first. I'm like, oh fuck, like more like Malady defectors like trying to scam like the community.
yeah,
But look at them now.
yeah.
The Fijis are
You-
dope. I like the feature.
ETF was shilled earlier in my lady Discord. It pumped a lot.
Yeah. Well, the problem with ETF is then like you had a bunch of the bigger accounts that started caballing up and like shilling these like microcap shitcoins, and it was really obvious what they were doing because like they're the type of people that don't normally shill shitcoins, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden they were like, oh hey guys, look, like it was like they understood what we understood last cycle, that like you can make more money if you just trade these like low liquidity shitcoins than trying to trade majors that have already run up,
Mm-hmm.
and they started doing it, but it was just like, I don't know, it was pretty obvious and like grifty that they were filling massive bags and then shilling it. For us, we had like we were shoving like $500, and then like if I were a very rich guy, I surely would not want to be without the other blue coin in my wallet.
Yeah,
And then everyone's like, ooh, what's the other blue coin?
I remember that.
That's how we sold off a lot of our NFTs. We'd be like, if I were a very rich guy, I surely would not want to be without this one of one exclusive digital egg. All of a sudden, someone buys your egg for 30 ETH. Like, oh fuck, a really rich guy did really want my egg.
The Asaka tweets from 21 always like hinting at coins and by their color or whatever.
We had some threads with him that were pretty funny. That were all just like, ooh, that's nice. If if I were a rich guy, I would definitely buy this token. It has a great future. Too bad I'm poor.
Yeah.
I feel like that it doesn't work the same anymore. Everyone's like, dude, shut the fuck up. We need the community larger again. I'm gonna record into CL. Oh, Taike doing something with CL. They'll probably just talk about Blast and Unisocks. Let's see.
How's everyone's Thanksgiving?
3D VRM builder is coming for Anata. It's gonna be pretty cool. We were talking about this earlier, DK. You'd be able to change out clothes and accessories and stuff like that. Now, the one thing though, DK, I didn't think about before is that your clothes are like specific to your Anata.
Yeah,
That
probably.
being said, because this one isn't technically like my Anata, quote unquote,
No.
I should be able to take the clothes off this one. And put it on my other one. So what we were talking about is, I love my original Black Anata. And me and DK, although like we have found that in the digital and physical world we do a lot of things in parallel, I don't want to lose my OG one for DK's brother on here. So I want to take these clothes off and put it on my black cozy.
Yeah, it's just you're just wearing your clothes on my body, I mean, it's not the first time that's happened, but
It wouldn't be the first time.
in the metaverse.
You make it sound so dirty.
You have like 10 eyes. I only have 2. That's not counting the ones on your body.
True.
You're just wearing a shirt and he's not.
Yeah, why are you naked? Why are you walking around naked with the hood on?
I mean, look, come on. In real life, if I just wear a sweatshirt, open jacket with no shirt underneath, and just
So
a hood.
the chest hair is poking out.
Yeah.
DK, can we leak some alpha? Are we launching Solana markets today?
Oh yeah. We are.
Oh yeah, so nonchalantly. Again, not financial advice. We all work for Premia, so when we talk about Premia, keep that in mind. So we're launching, and I did ask that genuinely. This wasn't like set up. We're really bad with dates, you know. So we say tomorrow, you know, 2 weeks TM. Um, so today, Solana. We talked about Wormhole a little bit earlier, but
To clarify, we are creating a market on Premium to trade SOL options based on the wrapped SOL token that you can bridge from Solana to Arbitrum on Wormhole. We're not launching on Solana, but we're launching a Solana market on Arbitrum. The same Solana that is currently utilized in GMX, that's currently used in Camelot, maybe some other partners, TBD. However, we'll be the next one to support, knock on wood, today.
yeah, there we go. Like, I was pressing the button for a while and it wasn't working. I'm like, what the fuck? Pause. Awkward pause. Stadium. Crowd goes wild. All right, so we're bringing Wormhole Soul. We're introducing a new type of vault with Soul. Something that people have kind of been asking for. It's going to be a test case. Be a buy and sell vault. We'll release some content on that soon, so you know what that means. But for those of you listening that are in the Premium vaults now, it's something many of you have asked for, and we're excited to finally bring it to market.
All right, we should wrap it up there.
DK seems so like annoyed right now. Fuck up.
There's a lot going on, you know. People are fighting the bankless DAO ask for $2 million for I don't know, localization.
I was about to go into that as we were talking. I had a few Arbitrum things. That was the next one. So if you haven't been on Twitter, I don't know, did they put it on the forum? I just saw a tweet thread, and and in true bankless fashion,
there's
sure
like so much.
they were using the forum.
Well, there's a bunch of confusion, right? Because like they put up a proposal first, and they're going to ask for more feedback, and then they decided to post on it. And then they have like join our Twitter Spaces on the Friday the 24th, like exactly the same time as this call, as this stream. But their Twitter Spaces invite is set for the 29th, and so it's like, where's the community call invite? There's another Google Meet on the 27th. But it's like $2 million, and then people are posting the bankless DAO token. But I know that like the bankless DAO like representatives or delegates haven't been following the Arbitrum DAO stuff like that closely. I know that they've like said things in the past that they clearly weren't like, you know, the finger on the pulse. And I haven't seen them interact in any way. They haven't been involved at all. But then they come in and ask for this massive ask. Like $2 million is a lot to hire a few translators for a week.
I'm it just seems like such a like brazen kind of out of left field. It's not really, it's very much like a bankless thing to do.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Bankless is a very expensive marketing partner if you're using them. Extremely expensive.
But it was just like, it's so out of left field for that amount, like 1.8 million, when if they were paying any attention to some of the contention around even just the coalition talks, it was like people were giving pushback about paying almost $1 million to a security, you know, service. to be allocated to auditors. So like, why would a marketing company think, well, let's come in and ask for twice that amount, and with smiles on our faces, and like we're gonna get a pass?
Yeah, I mean they're asking for 780 grand to create like a guild quest.
Nice.
So
I feel like most of the stuff here that they're asking for should just be
weeded
like
for free.
for free. You can, literally any person can do this and probably do it for free, and then come back and get retroactive funding for like 5K at least. It'll take you a day to do a lot of it. I mean, some of it's difficult, right? And like you don't have the distribution that the podcast has, right? But
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing.
I will give them their distribution. That is kind of their hill they can stand on. They have a pretty huge distribution network. They have a lot of listeners, a lot of subs on YouTube. I would assume on all of their podcasting platforms. Their Substack newsletter does really well. So yeah, I mean they're making money. They're doing well, but
Well,
they
it's
have a
different than the
reputation.
DAO, right? I think
Yeah, yeah.
the bankless two dudes pocket all that money. I think the bankless DAO. I don't really know what their relationship is, but is it just a bunch of people that are like, we like to listen to bankless, let's make a DAO? And it's just a bunch of people hanging out in a DAO, like kind of like a like a Discord, like a gaming Discord. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I haven't looked too much into
They
what the
started a token.
utility
The
of
token
Bankless DAO token
can't fund
does.
anything anymore.
Was that what its use was? Was it to fund?
I don't know
Like,
if it was to fund like development or if like they paid contributors in it, or I don't know what the relationship between the DAO and the Bankless guys are, but I know that Bankless has Bankless Consulting, which is I think different, and they have Bankless investing now. They like invest in projects and then put them on their podcast, which is kind of a taboo thing, but I know that like also like there's some other groups that do it but are more forward about it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's getting a lot of love, that's for sure.
yeah. Not at all. So I have another Arbitrum thing, and then we could touch on KyberSwap. KyberSwap got shreked pretty bad yesterday. But we stream right here on Senko TV. For those who are our Senko viewers, they're doing something a little bit different for their Arbitrum distribution. They're doing a point system. So when you gift, stream, trade passes, engage the community, you earn points. At the end of the STIP, 500k Arbitrum, contingent on the current vote, will be distributed proportionally to all the users, depending on how many points you've earned on January 24th. So each epoch of these are weighted. They'll weight the different types of reactions differently to emphasis and rewards. I'm sorry, to reward it's like a spectrum of users, so that people that just have a huge Twitter following coming over aren't getting all the rewards simply for having everyone come and join a few of their streams. I think it's kind of cool, kind of a unique way to generate activity as well as use on the platform. So if you are just a Senko viewer, maybe try streaming some games, or I don't know, some people do some shit like they're just streaming them coding, streaming them fucking watching other streams on Senko. Whole bunch of shit you can do. But I'll be interested in seeing how many points we get being on here 3 days a week. Just as like, regular old streamers. The other thing being KyberSwap. Did you look into that at all, DK? It was pretty
fucking nuts, dude. Nothing fudge.
Pretty intricate exploit that went on there.
That is some extreme technical knowledge, or an insane amount of time spent on essentially like a machine learning model pushing testing on the smart contracts until it broke it, or I mean, it is one of the most complex attacks that I've seen. That's for sure.
How much was lost now?
I don't know, 47 or something. 20 something was on Arbitrum because I think they had been started to incentivize the Arbitrum pools because of STIP.
Yeah.
Does Dex tools use KyberSwap?
I
think their swap uses it.
I think most swaps, allow you to use KyberSwap, but I'm pretty sure that you're protected via like proxy in most cases. Like I know on swap.defi llama, like I'm unless I set infinite approvals on KyberSwap for some asset, I was fine. I went through and checked on my wallets though, and I didn't have any KyberSwap approvals.
The approvals didn't matter. It was only if you're an LP in their pools.
Well, yeah. It wouldn't matter anyway because I wasn't LPing. I saw a funny thing. Like after the curve exploit happened, they were sending messages to people, like
Well, it happens with all exploits, but this guy was like, he was like Kyber users, investors, core team. We can pick up negotiations in a few hours. I need to rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little
snooze. I'm gonna take a little nap. I'll be up in 3 hours and we can start negotiating.
But I don't know if there've been any negotiation, but I know that someone had reached back out to him and said, "Hey, you still have USDC. You know that they can just lock that, right?" And he swapped it all to ETH. But I don't. Other than that, that's the only meme. That's the last meme I saw. I don't really know.
Dude, one of the last hacks, somebody was spamming the hacker like, "You have USDC or USDT? Please swap it now. Swap it now. But also tip me if you do."
Yeah, no. Typically, you see that. Yeah, you see all these guys that are like, and there have been instances in the past where they do get tips. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I haven't seen because that guy got locked up. He didn't swap it online.
I'm trying to think if it was the Kyber one or if there was a hack just before this, but the hacker was actually sending money to the people who had requested it. It was like, please, I need 10,000.
Something Chainlink related, I think.
Was it?
No? No, sorry. I think he sent it to a guy that was like, he like meme posted about being losing money on Chainlink.
I don't know.
He felt bad for him.
The funny thing is, if you look at the transactions for this hack.
Oh yeah, the name of the function call.
Cocky. Yeah. He's like, it's like step 2 complete. Step 3, building up fake liquidity. Step 4, like every transaction when decoded, you can see these strings that are walking you through each step. Oh. Yeah, this one's pretty crazy. The other thing that happened that I thought was absolutely hilarious was Synkistau on ZK Sync put out a tweet saying that due to the mass influx of French people in their Discord and on their website, that they decided that IP addresses coming from France were going to be geo-blocked in the launch, and the community had spoken and was not happy with their kind here. Probably the wildest tweet I've seen come from a protocol in a long time, and I don't know, I'm kind of bullish. Bullish on brazenness. Bullish geoblock.
All right, guys, I gotta jump.
Bullish Sisyphus on their multi-sig.
Yeah.
All right, DK. Denton, DK. It's been fun. Happy Turkey Day. I know you asked earlier, DK. Maybe we should talk about that real fast before we wrap up. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you hang out with the fam?
It's good. It's good. I told everyone that instead of Christmas presents, they're getting points, and they were ecstatic. Like,
you told them they were getting what?
Points instead of
Points?
Christmas presents. I could not do anything more than points. They actually were like, "Can I just give you money and you just give me points instead?" And I was like, "I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it." But everyone's getting points this year.
All right. So what you have to do to help them remember, because right, like you just telling them they have points, they can't look at it all the time and be reminded that they have these points. So what I did this year is I made punch cards with three punches on them. I punched one for them right away and let them know. In 3 Thanksgivings from now, they will get a gift from me. It'll be much better than a gift if I would have just bought them one this Thanksgiving.
You got to work for it. I get it.
Yeah. So their only job is to bring me the punch card every year. And if they bring the punch card and I punch it on the third punch,
but the gift that you give them can only be used on the Thanksgiving table, right? Like,
it can only be used on the day in the home that we host Thanksgiving. On.
It might be a consumable, right? It might be like an extra piece of pie, but they don't know that yet.
I'm gonna bring a cooler that's just filled with like
Coke Zero.
I don't know, fucking truly 0 Celsius zeros.
Cream soda.
Like it's gotta taste terrible.
You got to drink it on Thanksgiving, otherwise you'd lose it, right?
0 seltzer.
But the speculation will just drive them insane until that third Thanksgiving when you give them the cream soda.
Well, it'll ensure that they treat me very
anything
well,
in this cooler.
That I get good presents for my birthday. That I'm, if I need help with a kid here and there, that I've got one of them able to watch it for me. I'm planting seeds here. Yeah, mine was all right. It was my birthday also. So
that's right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. 17 feels good.
What'd you get?
I got my own apartment, and I got a TV, video games, and Pokemon cards.
Oh, nice.
I got I just got some some clothes.
No Lego.
No Legos. No. I have enough Legos. I have plenty of Legos. Trust me. I need a whole room for the Legos. It just I'm big on food. Like the path to my happiness and to my heart is food. So we ate a huge breakfast. Fresh cinnamon rolls. The perfected recipe that I love. And then
love cinnamon rolls.
Hung out with little cozies and the missus and the dog. Then for the evening, went to some family's house. I have a huge family, so there's a lot of fucking people there. And had some yearly favorites. The old 5 cheese homemade mac and cheese, turkey, meatloaf, stuffing, mashed potato, God knows how many kinds of fucking casseroles.
Awesome.
All the good stuff.
Well, I hope you guys all have a great weekend.
Yeah.
You too, DK.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back on Monday.
Adios.
Later.
Bye-bye.